Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to show you how I did this gorgeous threaded hairstyle. This is all my hair, no added hair, and it's also a great protective style that can help you retain length. So without further ado, sit tight and let's jump straight into the video. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have another video for you guys. I'm going to show you how I threaded my 4C hair. So I basically did African threading. African threading is very common. A lot of people already know about it, but there are different ways that you can actually thread your hair, and depending on the technique that you use, it gives you a different result. So the style I'm going to be showing you now is actually it's not new. To be very honest, I actually used to do something similar like this when I was little. I grew up in Port Harcourt in Nigeria, and we used to call it some gaps, or periwinkle, or calabar. There was another name for it, but anyway, so this is basically some gaps that I have in my hair. And I guess the reason why it's called some gaps is that because normally when you're doing African threading, they usually like thread the hair, you cover the entire like portion of hair, you really thread it tightly. But when you're doing this one, you literally leave gaps as you're threading. So I guess that's why we call this some gaps. So I'm going to show you guys exactly how I do it. Let me not talk too much. So yeah, if you're not already subscribed, please go ahead and click that subscribe button down below. Turn on the notification bell so I'm notified when I upload my videos. And without further ado, sit tight and let me show you how I got this gorgeous hairstyle. You guys see I already sectioned my hair. I'm doing 26 sections, so I already went ahead and like did my sections. So these are the sections that I'm going to be using. Now let's begin. Okay, so I went ahead and did most of my hair just to kind of like practice, because I haven't done this in years. So this is like my first time in a long time. So now I just have 4 left. I'm going to show you guys the back as well. I decided to do big sections. So altogether I have about 26 sections in my head. So now we're getting ready to do the front. I'm going to show you guys how to do this from different angles so that you guys will just have a really good idea. So this is the thread I'm using. You can get it on Amazon, you can get it on Etsy. They also have a rubber version on Etsy as well. Just type in African thread or thread for African thread, no, whatever. But I got this at a store in Chicago actually. If you live in Chicago, you can get it at Old World Markets in the north side. But yeah, so just I double my thread and make sure it's long enough to take your entire section of hair. So I tie a knot at the end, double knot actually. So now my thread is ready to start work. Actually, I'd advise you to do like different pieces so you don't have to keep like rethreading as you're going. Anyway, now I'm moisturizing my hair, spraying some water first, and I'm going to use a moisturizer. I'm using extra butter from Uncle Funky's Daughter. You guys know this is one of my favorite moisturizers, and I like to use something that's thick and really like softening, really moisturizing to my hair before I thread. So I'm just gonna apply that, massage it in, finger detangle. If you like to detangle with a brush, do that. But personally, I finger detangle. So now, normally when you're doing thread, you're supposed to like wrap around the roots like that, like twist around the roots. But if you can't really hold the hair, if your grip isn't that good, you can actually just simply twist it like you would do if you're trying to do a regular 2-strand twist. So instead of like wrapping it around, just simply twist like you're doing a 2-strand twist. Twist it about an inch or so from the roots. Then take your thread, as you guys can see, and use your finger to hold it down and start to wrap it around at the roots. I hope this is clear. You guys can see what I'm doing in the video. Just wrap it around at the roots. Don't make it too tight so that you don't have excess tension on your scalp. Mine wasn't tight at all. Like I wasn't feeling any tugging or any pain on my scalp. But do it firmly to where it actually holds your hair properly. So I'm still wrapping around. I'm going to wrap it for a considerable amount. As you can see right there, that is how much I've wrapped the roots. So after you wrap it like that, then you use your hand to like stretch out your hair as you're threading, and you start to wrap the thread around your hair, leaving some spaces. You're wrapping the thread around at intervals, so you're leaving space as you're wrapping the thread around. Normally when you're doing African threading, you're supposed to cover, like tightly wrap the entire section of hair, but with this particular method, this method of some gaps, you literally leave gaps as you're threading, so you're threading at intervals. It doesn't have to be precise, just leave space as you're threading. So you do that all the way to the end, and as you're threading, keep using your hand to like stretch out the bottom of your hair, the remaining parts of your hair that haven't been threaded yet, just to stretch out your hair more and elongate it more. So now I've gotten to the end. As you can see, this section, when you first thread it, it stretches your hair out a lot, so the section will be very long, but depending on the type of hair you have, it will actually start to shrink. So all the sections I've already done, when I first did them, they were about 2 to 3 inches longer than they are now, but they've shrunken. So yeah, anyways, as you can see, I thread up to the end, the very end of my hair, and then I fold this and put the beads on. When I get to the end, I start to thread a little tightly, like a little close together. I don't leave as much gaps. But anyways, thread to the very end. Make sure that you wrap your ends properly. Put the beads on, and then you wrap the end around the last bead. And then tie it, do a knot to secure it. This thread is actually really soft, and it doesn't dry your hair. It doesn't suck out moisture from your hair, and it's so soft that if you actually pull it too tight, you can easily cut the thread. So make sure that you're not pulling it too tight, and because of that, it's also really easy to take out. The other type of thread normally used for African threading is the rubber thread, and again, rubber doesn't suck up moisture in your hair. So naturally, the thread used for African threading is designed so that it doesn't dry out your hair, and it actually can preserve the moisture in your hair. So now I'm doing another section from a different angle just to show you guys. So again, I'm moisturizing my hair, doing twisting the roots, like I'm about to do a 2-strand twist, twisting about 1 inch or so. Then I'm going to take my thread. Like I said, do many pieces of thread. Like if you want to do 26 sections in your hair, do 26 pieces of thread, so you don't have to keep like preparing thread as you're going. You can just pick up a piece and thread your hair. So now I'm wrapping the roots as usual, making sure that I'm not wrapping too tight because you don't want to cause tension in your scalp. This is supposed to be a protective style, remember. And now I'm actually going to start the threading. So as you can see, I'm threading at intervals, and I'm using my hand to like fluff out, stretch out the ends of my hair as I'm threading. So I'm going to do that up until I get to the end. See, I still have that portion left. I'm going to still keep threading. As I was doing this section, I actually mistakenly cut the thread, but I knew how to join it back together. So, but just try your best not to cut the thread. Anyways, now I'm putting my beads. As you can see, I threaded to the end, putting my beads, and I'm going to wrap the end of the thread around the last bead. And then secure it. Knot it twice, and then cut off the excess thread. Okay, so I just have 2 sections left. This is looking so beautiful. Look at that section I just did. And another great thing about this style is that it lasts. As I'm doing this voiceover right now, I've had it in for about a week and it still looks fresh. This is definitely going to be my summer hairstyle. If you catch me in the summer, this is what you're going to see me with. Anyways, now I'm just doing the last section. I filmed this footage on my phone. So I just want to show you guys a clearer view of how much the section shrinks after you're done threading. So compare the section I'm doing to the ones that I've already done. As you can see, when you first do the section, when you first thread the section, it's going to be stretched out a lot more. And over time it's going to shrink up a little bit, so just keep that in mind. But the shrinkage isn't too crazy, and it also depends on the texture of your hair. My hair is 4C, so it shrinks a lot. So anyways, I'm done threading. As you can see, that section I did has already started to shrink. It has already shrunken actually. It's now about the same length with the others, but overall this is how it looks at the back, at the front. This is such a beautiful style. This is an upgrade for my famous loose twist. You guys know how much I love loose twists, but this style is definitely an upgrade. So I went ahead and did my makeup and everything just to show you guys the final look. When I tell you that I am in love with this, I actually filmed this portion of the video with me in makeup and everything 2 days after I actually did the style. So this is basically the final form of the style. It still looks good even with the shrinkage. Okay, so thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope the tutorial was easy for you guys to follow. It's actually pretty easy to do, and obviously the length and thickness of your hair will determine how it will look. Like I said, this style was very popular when I was growing up, but recently it has come back. Yellow CC on Instagram does a lot of this style. She's a hairstylist, natural hairstylist in Nigeria. She does this particular style on so many different lengths and thickness of natural hair. I'm gonna put like videos for you guys to see. So I was on her Instagram and I saw it and I'm like, oh my god, I really need to try this on my hair and see how it will look. The last time I did this style, I think I was 9 or 8, so I wanted to see how it will look on my natural hair, and you guys, I am in love. When I first did the section, it was actually like pretty more stretched than this, but obviously because my hair is 4C, it shrunk up. So this is actually 2 days after I actually did the hairstyle, and it has really shrunk. When I first did it, it was hanging to like here, but I actually don't mind this shrunken. It still looks really nice. I have gone out, done so many things in this past 2 days since I did this, and it still looks really fresh. So this is definitely a style that can last you. I know I do loose twists a lot, and sometimes people say that you don't know how to maintain the loose twist because it might start getting frizzy, or the twist might start looking kind of rough. But this has stayed, like, look at that. It hasn't roughed up. It's not looking messy. It's definitely a style that you can do and it will last you. And because of how this style is done, it's actually a very, like, you guys not always say twists are the best protective style for natural hair, but this is an upgrade from twist because your hair is threaded, so you're literally not touching it. Your hair is moisturized and threaded. Your hair is going to retain a lot of that moisture, and I thread my hair up until the end, so my ends are protected. They're not going to be splitting or anything. So this is such an amazing protective style. To be very honest, before I used to say if I could do one hairstyle for the rest of my life, it would be loose twist, but now if I can do one hairstyle for the rest of my life, it would definitely be this. If I can leave my hair in like this to the end of this year, obviously leave it for 2 weeks, wash, then put it back in thread, leave it for 2 weeks, wash, and put it back in thread, it will retain so much length. I can't even imagine how long my hair will be at the end of the year. I also have a video on how to do thread. Like, if you don't know how to do regular flat twist, you can actually just use the threading method to do flat twist. I've actually done a tutorial on it before. I'm going to link it here if you guys want to see it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. You can subscribe to my channel by clicking the subscribe button down below, or my face on this side. Also, do not forget to watch my other natural hair videos on this side. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.